Dr. Kizza Besigye. You recall he was kidnapped from Kenya on the 16th of November, and since then he has been under incarceration. And today would be a very historical day or historic moment would be a historic moment in his journey of life. 69 years ago today, Dr. Besigye came to this world. It's a day we shall always live to celebrate. One of the good things that happened in this country is for the late Chief Fefe to give birth to Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, a patriot, a statesman, an assertive leader who has also touched millions of people and who has made a significant contribution to the transformation of this country. He's our patriarch at Katonga here, you are aware. He embodies the struggles that we are all involved in. He's an embodiment. He's the arch up there. He's at the apex of the struggle. He is, as I said, the patriarch of our struggle in this country, no doubt about that. It's not in dispute. Across board, it's not about actually Katonga. It's for the whole of Uganda. That's how important his life is to this country. So we are gathered here, first of all, to celebrate this day, because it means a lot to us as Ugandans. That is the day he came to this world, and it's a day that is so important in the struggle and our lives. We may be celebrating the day, but we're not in a celebratory mood. That's a paradox. We are not in a celebratory mood because he should be with us here to cut the cake. Unfortunately, you know what is happening. It's behind the bars. So it's an irony. Yes, we are going to cut the cake here to mark this 69th birthday anniversary, but we are equally hurting. We are hurting. I repeat, we are hurting. Not only us here who are representing millions of Uganda who have trust in Dr. Kizza Besigye and the struggles he has always championed are equally hurting. The injustice that has been unleashed on him, and also the fact that all institutions of the state which would come to his rescue seem to have capitulated to that tyrannical rule of Mr. Rwakabengo. That many of the doors are now closed. Parliament is now quiet about Dr. Kizza Besigye's rights, and also, of course, other political prisoners. The judiciary, we have the same issues, but I'll tell you what we intend to do. And obviously, other humanitarian organizations, like the Uganda Human Rights Commission and others, which would uphold ordinarily would be expected rather to uphold the principles enshrined in our constitution, are all a war. See, quite deplorable. But as I said, we do that notwithstanding, we do celebrate the fact that he is alive and kicking. That is important, because what he has endured, all these years of the struggle, is well documented. He has put himself in the line of fire, in harm's way, for the sake of liberating this country. We do celebrate him for the tenacity, resilience, charisma, and all those attributes he has exuded in championing this good cause. We do intend to visit him at Luzira today, to share this day with him in whichever way possible. But before we do that, two things we have done here. Number one, we have now taken a step to go back to the High Court to secure his liberties. So this morning, we finalized all the pleadings, the paperwork, and filed a fresh bail application in the High Court this morning. We targeted it for this day, the day he was born, to be the day we are filing a fresh bail application to signify that that fact. So, we have filed it. See application number 282 of 2025, filed this morning, the 22nd day of April 2025, at High Court, Criminal Division. You'll be getting copies of the same. They are readily available. We do expect now the judiciary to accord Dr. Besigye the treatment he deserves, and to uphold the law without fear or favor. There are issues which were really very, very disturbing that were highlighted by the judge who handled the first bail application, Rosette Comfort Kania, that Dr. Besigye had fulfilled all the conditions provided for under the law for grant of bail, that he had satisfied all the requirements. He's of advanced age, now 69. He had substantial sureties, permanent residence, Rwakabengo and Buyinja here, Kasangati. And also, he has exuded good conduct and character. Even when he faced similar charges before, he never jumped bail. He never in any way abused the conditions that were set by court. So generally, he's a gentleman. He's a person of good character and good conduct. All that is well captured in the judgment of Rosette Comfort Kania. But she said that, notwithstanding, if we were to release you, there would be temptation, given the gravity of the offense, that is treason. There would be temptation to interfere with the investigation. Quite ridiculous, because it's very, very speculative and far-fetched. It's far-fetched. In exercise of court jurisdiction, discretion, you are supposed to be guided by objective factors, or you're supposed to be guided by particular principles and facts. And you have to be objective. You cannot act in a manner which does not in any way resonate with the principles enshrined in our Constitution and other relevant laws. So this is what exactly happened. Justice Rosette Comfort Kanya considered extraneous matters which were far-fetched, that you are likely to be tempted to interfere with the investigation. Never mind that it's alleged that the offenses were committed in Greece, in Switzerland, in Kenya, and so on and so forth. So we are going back today. No, we have gone back to court today against that background, that the judiciary this time round will have a change of heart and say maybe they made a mistake. They are enjoined under the law to correct mistakes made. And we are focusing our attention this time round on that specific issue of likeliness, or rather likelihood. We are focusing our attention on that specific issue of likelihood of interfering with investigations. We are demolishing whatever argument that can be advanced. So we have adequately prepared for that particular aspect, to demolish it, because the rest of the grounds we are satisfied. It's only one issue. If granted bail, will Dr. Besigye interfere with the investigations? And with all these months they have had, I mean, all this period they have had since November last year, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I'm not about to argue out the application before you now. But all we are saying is, we are adequately and sufficiently prepared to demolish that argument, to crush it, totally crush it, that there is any iota of a possibility of Dr. Besigye interfering with the investigations, if at all there are any investigations going on. So we hope this matter is going to be fixed soon, because you know very well Dr. Besigye's life has not always been the best. No, yeah, rather his life has not been in good state. So we hope it's going to be fixed as soon as practicable, so that it is heard and disposed of as soon as possible. One thing we have done to commemorate this day. The other thing is that we are going to plant a symbolic tree here as a remembrance that he clocked 69 years while in jail on such outrageous charges of treason and being perpetrated by his former patient, because Museveni was a patient of Dr. Besigye in the bush. So a person he helped to survive the rigors of the bush is the one now keeping him under incarceration at the age of 69. So that has to be also recorded, and we are planting this historic tree for remembrance of that particular fact as we mark 69 years of his life. We are also going to cut a cake under those circumstances. It may not be accompanied with the fanfare that always goes with such celebrations. So that fanfare may not be there. The pomp, whatever you would expect, because As I said, it's a paradox. We are marking the 69th anniversary under very, very depressing circumstances. Thank you.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And Besigye will live. Besigye will live. Besigye will live someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe Besigye will live someday. Besigye will be free. Besigye will be free. Besigye will be free someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe Besigye will be free someday. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!